major pentatonics. Now it's dramatically shorter than our series about minor pentatonics because, as we've come to discover, they're the same thing. We're just using them in different contexts. So well worth going back through these videos, starting from the beginnings, because it's very important to get stuff you know. If you're going to understand stuff, it needs to be sitting on solid ground. Okay, you don't want to know a bit about 300 things and not really sure about any of them. Better off knowing 3 things that you're sure about, really. So, okay, one of the problems, as I've discussed, with playing a major pentatonic, and what puts off a lot of guitar players, is the fact it's not as one size fits all as a minor pentatonic is. If something's minor in rock, it's minor. If something's major in rock, then it's sometimes minor, it's sometimes a mixture of major and minor, and it's sometimes major. So the major pentatonic, we use a passing note. Okay, and that's going to get us quite a long way. Now, people are very fond of titles and making things sound very complicated, and it's something which I try to avoid like the plague, really. So what I'm going to say to you is this. What I'm going to suggest here is that we can add a little bit more colour into our major pentatonic if we put the 7th in. Now, this is a flat 7th. So if we're in C, that note will be B flat. Now, this doesn't mean we're playing at a hexatonic scale or some such thing, or even a septatonic scale, if there is such a word. I suppose there probably is. Someone's probably got that somewhere, I imagine. But anyway, this is common sense stuff. Okay, we're playing a pentatonic scale. We've got a passing note in it. That's fine. Okay, now we're going to say, well, we use the odd 7th here and there. What we're not going to do is say, you know, in this sort of robot-like sort of voice, you know, I must play a septatonic scale. I start at the beginning, I finish at the end. I don't listen to anything that happens in between. That's disaster, absolute disaster. Saying, okay, I'm playing a major pentatonic. Okay, and I've used, notice that, there's my passing note. With a little bit of a tweak, I don't just sit there. That's a bit harsh. So that's going to get us so far, but I want to introduce that B flat. Now this is a little bit counterintuitive to a lot of players because they're used to thinking of this as A minor. The last thing you want to do in A minor is go, and who can blame you? But if you're in C, okay. You hear that? That's kind of fun, isn't it? So I'm going to give you just a sort of a slow walk through that now. You can hear how much character that adds to the whole thing, even down the bottom end of the scale. Yeah, it's not a hexatonic scale, it's nothing complicated, it's just a major pentatonic. And we said, well, people are doing this, why wouldn't I put a 7th in here and there? Okay. Again, as you can hear, oh, now cheated there. Put in a flat 5th. Well, that's the point. You should go with where your ear tells you. If you're hearing, then go with it. Don't sit there saying, oh, that is in the scale, I can't use it. Or that is in the scale, I must use it. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Okay, that's really it for this video. It's just talking about adding one little idea to your major pentatonic scale, just to give it slightly more teeth. And I think that makes it easier to use than not having that 7th there. I think it's an opportunity to grit it up slightly. One of the things so many people say about major pentatonic, say, oh, that's a country scale, isn't it? Well, you know, so is A minor. It depends how you use it, doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure when Bach was using a major pentatonic, he didn't think, oh, this is my version of On the Trail of the Lonesome Pine or something, did he? No, of course he didn't. Right, okay, so, don't pigeonhole stuff. It's the worst thing you do. I mean, one of the things I noticed, I've played quite a bit of pedal steel over the last couple of decades, both here and all over the world, I'm proud to say. And, one of the things that struck me when I first looked at pedal steel, it was kind of like watching a bunch of guitarists playing Johnny B. Good and thinking that was the latest thing. And I don't mean to be rude to people at all, and if that's their thing, that's great. But to me, I thought, well, what can I do with it that's different? That's what I need to look at. What can I do that's different? And so with a major pentatonic, it's easy to sit there and say, oh yeah, this is the wrong scale for me. I'm far too wild man of rock to even think about playing a major pentatonic. Are you? I would have said Slash was up there on the Wild Men of Rock scale, wasn't he? Probably 9 out of 10 at least, possibly 9.5. Well, that's a major pentatonic, isn't it? Okay, let's take another example. Oh. What's it start with? That's all major, with that caveat of the mixture of the minor third being in there as well. So don't be put off from using it. It's just a case of getting your hands to where your ears are telling them to go. Okay. Anyway, that's it for this video, and thanks very much for watching. If you could hit the subscribe button, that would be really good. Anyway, bye for now.